Guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, if anybody follows me on TikTok knows that I made a poor decision Thursday night, which led up to me burying my 3930 tractor pretty deep. Luckily, I was able to have a guy from up the road, very nice, come down with a big four-wheel drive tractor and was able to pull me out, but it took numerous attempts. We had to use the loader on the 3930, some posts to put under it, and we just kept inching it out about 10 foot at a time and finally got it out. So we're going to start going down there and recovering my box blade, because the box blade was hooked to the tractor when I buried it, and we had to unhook it because it was dragging in so much. So I'll show you the tractor, and then I'll show you what we're going to try to do today, get that box blade out. As you can see, I bent the hay spray a little bit more trying to use it to pick up the tractor, so I don't know how I'll get it straightened out. I may just try to flip that around. It's pretty muddy. You can see where the dirt was. I mean, everything was covered. So we're going to have to take it home and give it a nice bath. It was kind of funny. It happened at the worst part, but the screw broke in here, so I lost my loader functions. And luckily, I was able to screw that broken screw out with my hand and replace it that night. Just everything's covered in mud. We're going to take it home and wash it. I didn't realize it was that soft down there. The mud was right over top. On this side, it was buried. As you can see, that filter and everything was covered. It was to the top of this step. The oil pan, you see where it's buried at. But we were able to get it out, luckily. So we're going to go down there and try to rescue our box blade. I'm just glad in this whole process, I didn't tear the hayfield up at all. There's just little tracks, but it's nothing, no ruts were dug. So the grass should come back. But this, on the other hand, is a complete disaster. So what I was doing down here is we've had rain the last 4 to 5 days before this. Well, the next 15 days here, they're calling for extremely good weather. Well, I thought it had dried out some. So I come across just the way you can and drove straight down beside that feeder, straight in there. And I had some posts, 6 posts right there and right there. And I was able to pull them out, no problem. Well, getting out become the problem. So getting in was no problem. I didn't make no tracks at all. Well, right here, you can see my original track going in. Right there it is. So nothing too bad. And right there. So getting out turned into a disaster. So I tried to come in the same way. So I pulled the tractor around, pulled the post out, turned around right there, which I'll walk over. We can walk over real quick and show you. And it was not nowhere near this muddy as this mess is. So this is where I was working at. I pulled some posts right here. No really tracks at all, just a little bit. Well, so I decided to go out the same way I come. So I come by this little tree, and now these tracks are all different from us trying to get the tractor out. Tried to come by this little tree, and I come around, and I was going to go out the same way I come in. Well, that did not happen exactly. When I got to here, it sunk. I was able to take some rocks and some trees and get myself out. You can see there's some of the rocks. Get myself out the first time. So I got myself out after about an hour of messing with it using the loader and tractor. Backed out, tried to go around and up that way, and it was spinning. So I decided that I would back all the way up in that corner and hit it pretty good. Well, I'll show you what happened when I done that. So I turned the tractor around, and we'll just kind of follow my path here. As you see, making minimum tracks down here. This is actually a food plot down in here, so making just what you expect. So I turned around, and I tried to go up there, and I figured it was going to be, I didn't want to drive through the middle of the food plot, so I backed up and turned, not making any minimal tracks. Nothing at all. And I got to where that box blade is, and it sunk. And I don't mean sunk like it buried itself. That was where the back tire was. So my leg is down in the hole, and you can tell from my glove is where the top of the dirt is. Needless to say, I buried the tractor, and I'll put a picture up with this right now. But what we were able to do is he brought his big tractor down. He was able to back up and had about 60 foot of chain. And like I said, the front end and everything was buried. So we took these posts here and kept putting them in and putting the loader on and working it up and working it up. And finally, once I got the front end coming up out of the ground, he was able to pull me continuously out and making the ruts. So what I'm going to try to do is get these posts out of the way, because that's the whole reason I come down here. I need these posts for the fencing project at the top of the hill, and to rescue my box blade using the Harbor Freight ZXR 2,500 pound winch that's on the side by side. Well, we almost made it. I don't know if you all just seen that, but it is extremely soft. Hopefully we can get this box blade out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it just on one corner and hopefully try to pull it up and out. It seems to be a pretty breeze for that winch. All right, I'm gonna give it a break for a few minutes. The little winch ain't doing a bad job at all. That winch is going to be so handy on the farm just for hooking things, especially since that's on the side by side now. So since I got it that far, I'm going to put it in free pull or free spool and pull the side by side on up out here and try to get out of this mess. What's crazy is that it's actually pulling this side by side backwards as it's winching. It's how slippery this ground is down here. And like I said, I knew better than this. This was just me getting in a rush to try to get some fence put up or have some nice weather. As you see, it's pulled the side by side back, oh, probably 2 feet or so. So let's keep pulling it to us. Attention, and it started skipping over this wheel, so I got myself into another mess I've got to figure out how to get out of. Well, I was able to get that mess fixed. This is all the waste that was created, and the cable, it broke because I was pulling on it and free spooled trying to get it break loose, and that cable broke first thing. So then I had to manually go in there and unfeed all that mess. Well, that little Harbor Freight winch done pretty good. I got the box blade out. After I got that winch cable tied up, I was able to just drag it out with the winch, and then I took the tractor down there and brought it back to the house. So I'm gonna wash the tractor and get it all cleaned back up. Cows are patiently waiting on me for their evening food. What do y'all think? I think they're growing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the video of where I said we have cows back on the farm. And that's why I brought these two back to the farm. And I'm pretty sure they're growing each day. So this is the feed I had made up. They like it pretty well. It's corn, just ground corn. And I've got a mineral block with them. So they're getting up this size bucket twice a day, which is about a 5-gallon bucket. As you can see, they know what it is. They like it pretty well, as long as the pig will leave them alone so they can eat. But they're bred 4 to 6, or supposed to be. Well, guys, I hope y'all have a good week. Like I said earlier in the video, I wasn't gonna put this clip in the end, but I thought I would. Please like and share, subscribe to the channel. My goal for 2024 as far as the YouTube channel goes is 1,000 subscribers. If I could get to that, it would be awesome. I started this YouTube channel about 3.5 years ago, and it's grown. And last I checked, I think there's 280 subscribers, and that's just crazy to me that 280 people have subscribed to my channel. But I'd like to get that to 1,000 if possible, and that's our goal for the YouTube channel. And I hope y'all have a good week, and God bless. Stay safe out there this week.